Hey guys, time for a little update here. Lots been changing over the past couple months, and I really felt like just best to just try and knock out all these bullet points as I go. So that being said, if you don't feel like watching the full video, I'm just gonna put some bullet points in the description below, and just kind of explain where things are going, where things are now, and things that have been happening the past couple months. So, to start, I have an awesome new cheese hat now. It's pretty great. No, I'm not a fan of the Green Bay Packers. No, I'm not a fan of football. I just really like cheese, and I've been wanting a cheese hat for a while now, and I finally got one for Christmas, so hell yeah. Number two, as you can see, I'm not in the room that I've been in for the past few months, year or so. I guess about a year. This is my new play area. I recently moved in with my girlfriend, and this is just going to be where, you know, my computer, my guitars, and everything are. I don't have the wall mounts or anything like that like I had at the previous place. And I was going to be doing like a rack setup again like I had in the basement videos for 8 or 9 years. But to save space and to kind of keep the guitars in best condition as I can, keep the dust off them, I'm just going to be keeping them in the cases for now, except for whatever one I'm using the most at the time, which lately has been my Paul Reed Smith. I gotta say, I absolutely love that guitar, and if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook or any of those, you will notice that I do have some other guitars for sale, some of which I said I'd never sell. But that's just how it goes. So let me show you which ones I got for sale real quick if you're not following any of my other social media pages. You guys probably know that I've had my Telecaster for sale for a while, but this is a new one that has gone through a lot of changes over the past few years, and you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this guitar. It's a great guitar, plays great, feels great, sounds great. But that being said, I'm really trying to downsize my rig right now, because I live in an apartment now, and I'm really trying to save space, and I'm really trying to focus on quality over quantity. So you're probably wondering why I'm trying to sell a bunch of shit. Essentially, I really just want another Paul Reed Smith that's as honest as I can be. As great as this guitar is, it doesn't stand a chance against my Paul Reed Smith. Since I've gotten that thing, it's almost all I play. That being said, the Odessa that I bought recently, it's a great guitar. I do like that a lot too, and that one's not going anywhere. For now anyway, who knows what'll happen in the future, but I have no intentions of selling that one. More so because that was custom made for me, you know, that took a lot of time, and you know, I put all the specs that I wanted into that guitar. So that one's more sentimental. This, as long as I've had, you know, this guitar, or at least some version of this guitar, you know, when it was the Tom DeLonge Strat that I had like 3 years ago or whatever, you know, it served me well, but it's time to move on. The easiest way I can really explain it is when I bought this guitar, or when I put this guitar together, this one and actually the black Strat, that was the first time I had a Strat in a really long time. And when I had finally gotten a Strat again after playing so many Les Pauls and other Gibsons, stuff like that, you know, it was a breath of fresh air, and it really gave me a creative drive again. And Lately, I haven't really felt that with a lot of my guitars. The 335 was definitely doing a lot for me, and that's another one that's not going to be sold or anything like that, because that one's been in my family for like 30 years, so that one's definitely not going anywhere. But this guitar, it served me well. Like I said, it definitely gave me inspiration for a long time, but as of late, it just wasn't really doing it. And then I bought the Paul Reed Smith, and that guitar is unlike anything I've ever played. It beats any Gibson Les Paul I've ever played. It beats the Explorer that I always say that I miss, which I still miss. That was a cool guitar. Beats any Strat, anything. I can't tell you how nice that guitar is. It's actually right there on my workbench. And I really just want to get another higher end Paul Reed Smith. Just have those two main guitars. Get rid of some of the mid-range price stuff. I mean, this one I'm trying to sell right now. Well, let's say I put in about $1,500 or $1,600 into the guitar. Just the bridge itself and the installation. The bridge costs $300, and the installation, anywhere you get it done, is going to cost around $300. So that's $600 right off the bat. These bare knuckle pickups, I got a Alnica War Pig and a Stockholm P90. That's going to be over $300 for that set. This beautiful roasted maple flamed neck cost me over $300. And just all the other little things, the tuners cost me over $50. You know, the body itself, you know, this custom painted body was like $400 at the time. So I'm trying to get at least like $1,300 for this. I think it's worth it. I know a lot of other people don't necessarily think so, but you can keep your opinions to yourself. But if you're interested, shoot me an offer. You know, I'm not necessarily going to turn you down. I'm not looking for trades, like I said, but you know, if you're interested in it and you can't quite make, you know, $1,300 or whatever I have it listed on Reverb, which you can find the link down below, you know, shoot me an offer anyway, and maybe I'll accept it, maybe I won't. Like I said, I still have my Telecaster for sale. It's right here. Another great guitar, super light, sounds great, feels great. It's just one of those ones I haven't really played lately, just because the Paul Reed Smith's just been doing everything that I really want, and I can't really imagine anything else doing what I want better than the Paul Reed Smith. Excuse me. So, what do I got next? I've gone through a lot of changes over the past year. Like I said, I'm in a new place now. I mentioned earlier that it is an apartment, so I can't really be playing through an amp that much. I haven't really tested those boundaries yet. So I got somebody beneath me, and I have somebody over there as well. So I'm kind of on all sides right now. I don't have anybody over there, obviously, because of the windows. So I don't know how much I'm going to be playing through an amp at all. That being said, I might be trying to get rid of the old black market custom cab that I had, which Seosin had used for a couple shows. That was cool, but I haven't really decided that one. I'm not going to sell my Mesa Boogie Electrodyne. I really like that. It's honestly, I feel like it's the amp that I was made to play. So even though it's not being really used for its full potential here, I don't plan on getting rid of that. It's too great, and I went through a lot of trial and error to find that amp and to find the right amp for me. So that's not going anywhere. What else? So I'll be doing a lot of stuff with the Axe-Fx. I'd like to upgrade the Axe-Fx, maybe get an Axe-Fx 2 or higher or whatever someday. But I don't know. My first real goal is to sell those two guitars. Maybe I'll sell some other stuff. I haven't really decided yet. And get another Paul Reed Smith, and then work on upgrading the XFX, getting a better one, something that sounds a little more realistic. I have considered getting like a cab simulator, and running the Mesa Boogie just straight through that. I have considered that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens there. I might do that if there's a good enough version. Like I could do the Mesa Boogie cab clone, but the one that was built into my Mesa Boogie Mark V Mini wasn't really that impressive. I know there are some other great ones out there, like the Torpedo Reload or whatever, and some other ones. So I'm gonna consider those, just because that amp sounds amazing. What else? I have a new job. I recently, a couple months ago, was promoted to a job that more money, which is nice. A lot more responsibility, which is very big change for me, because the job that I was in for a long time wasn't very. It didn't really require me to care that much. As long as I just did my job decently, then it wasn't a problem. But now I actually have to give a shit, and you know, it's definitely a weird feeling. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. That alone has been why I haven't really been recording a lot of videos lately. And that being said, I can't really promise that I'm going to have tons of new content over the next few months or the next year or so, because you know, the new job is definitely a lot more stressful. But I like it. I will say that I do like it more than my old stuff. And the past videos, the past like month or two of videos have all been pre-recorded stuff, because I haven't even been in that old place for a little while now. So all those have been old videos that I just haven't posted yet. And I'm going to be slowly working on some videos here and there if I feel inspired, you know, by a new song or by whatever. But I am working on some new songs. A lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to be doing a follow-up to Terrible But Great, and I definitely am. I've got 4 rough ideas right now. One song is a lot more further along than others. I got that one song that was like a slower song that I've shown off before. This one, I think someone before said it sounded like Zora's Domain or something from Zelda, which was not that far off. That one, if you're familiar with that one. I've played it a couple times on different videos. I've got another slower song, possibly the slowest song that I've ever written, that I'm working on ideas for. I got another one that's kind of like Haste from my last album, but it's got some more riffiness to it, and it's definitely got a different feel to it, but it has some similarities to it. And then a 4th song I'm kind of just starting, kind of working on. So I haven't decided if it's going to be an EP or a full length. I haven't really decided that yet. I'd love to do a full length, but we'll see what happens, especially when it comes to money and getting it funded and having it done right, because I'd like it to be as good as Terrible But Great. I don't want to just, you know, have that really great sounding EP and then throw together a bunch of shit. You know, I want it to sound great. I want it to be produced really well. I want there to be great drums. I want there to be some guest spots. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's see, what else did I write? That's pretty much it. I did recently get an Xbox One. If you some people have noticed in some older videos, just been playing like some Grand Theft Auto 5, a little bit of Call of Duty, Black Ops 3. So if you want to add me on there, you can. I don't really have many people to play with at the moment. I've got a couple people, but my name on there is ToAvengeTheDead. Just start to finish is just one word, ToAvengeTheDead. There's no weird numbers or anything in there, and I'll put it in the video info. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you got any questions, maybe I'll answer them. I love you. It's my baby. This is why I don't want so many other guitars. It's not my fault. Don't get mad at me. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired and I have to go. So, thanks for watching. See ya.